Welcome in here to WHSH Radio here at the Hatchet House. Following a disappointing loss, Washington lost to Jasper in the closing seconds. We're here for the second game of the doubleheader. This one with the visitors from Southridge and Vincennes Lincoln. So, got a good game here. Probably the two weakest teams in the sectional. So it should be an interesting game just to see who comes out on top. Really, to be honest, a poor crowd on hand for both teams. Not so much Vincennes, but Southridge, I barely see anyone here. It's kind of disappointing. Cheer block, basically non-existent for Southridge, and for Vincennes, a decent-sized cheer block. Actually pretty good, and they also showed out very well. But Southridge is just looking like a disappointment right now over there. So we'll be here from tip to the final buzzer here. Southridge comes in at 5-18. Vincennes comes in at 8-15. So once again, Vincennes is a team that can play well, and when they do, they can beat a lot of good teams. But Southridge, I don't know exactly too much about them. We obviously played them, beat them by, I believe, 15 or 16. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up against Vincennes. And Vincennes has struggled as of late with a couple losses to Gibson Southern and Boonville. I say, excuse me, Southridge will be the home team here for tonight's matchup. Vincennes will be in their road green uniforms with white and orange trim. Southridge will be in their home white with red and black trim. It should be an interesting game, however, just because these two teams match up well. They haven't played each other since 2010, actually. It's interesting since these two teams are actually kind of in the vicinity of each other that they haven't played in 6 years, which is actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think this will be another great game, like Washington and Jasper. Washington and Jasper, I think, are like they're equal as well, which last game was a pretty great game, but it was sad for the Hatchets as well that they lost just by one again.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, Vincennes and Southridge, they're a pretty good matchup when it comes to team-wise.
Great game in the previous game. Be sure to go back and watch that if you weren't with us live.
Yeah, that was a great game, I tell you that.
Fortunately, we didn't come out on top, but that's why they play the game. So tipping here for Vincennes will be Caden Cotter, and for Southridge will be Jaden Hayes. And here's the tip. It is won by Southridge into the hands of number 11, Eckert. Ross Eckert will bring it across the timeline. He throws it to number 21, Jace Harder. And then it's over into the hands, and it's down inside to Hayes. Hayes throws it out to Eckert. Eckert takes a three. No good. Rebounded by number 20, Spencer Corona. Corona will bring it up. Corona works it inside to number 32, Caden Cotter. He gets it out. There's going to be a travel called on Cotter. So a quick turnover here for Vincennes.
You can tell that this game is not as intense as the previous game. Washington's, in my opinion, and most of the school's opinion, Washington's biggest rival is definitely Jasper in all sports, and you can tell that the crowd now with these two teams is just not as intense, is not as big with each other. Like you said, they haven't played since 2010, and Southridge, their cheer blocks, they're there, but they're really not.
Yeah, Southridge, obviously, both teams struggled a lot this year. Southridge really just couldn't get anything going. Not a bad team, though. I mean, they can come out and give you a fight, but just not a whole lot of good things happen for both these teams. So that's why there's a lack of a crowd. As it is in the hands of number 11, Eckert. Inside to Hayes. Hayes puts it up. He'll miss. Rebounded. Put it up and in. So good start here for Southridge. It'll be Spencer Corona bringing it across the timeline for Vincennes. One thing that Vincennes can't do is overlook Southridge. They may be on paper the weakest team in the sectional, but the biggest thing that you can do to lose a game is overlook a team.
Yes, I do have to agree with that. When you get too much confidence, even though you beat them during the regular season, that does not mean they cannot come back and beat you as well. Like, not that Washington was beat drastically, it was by 1 point, but again, you know, and we didn't get overconfident, I don't think, either. It's just, you can't get that into your head that, well, we beat them during the regular season, that you're automatically going to beat them in sectionals. That is never the case.
It'll be a turnover for Southridge. Kind of the ball just kind of went up into the stands somehow. It's kind of interesting how far our stands are back. It went up in there, but it'll be Vincennes' ball. Both teams have a turnover. Corona works left. He'll pull it back out. Corona picks up his dribble, gives us number 24. That is Jalen Cardinal. Back out to Corona. Corona still has it. Corona drives in, tipped, but it'll still go in the hands of number 30. That is Tate Shookman. He'll hit a three. Quick three-point lead here for Southridge. Or excuse me, for Vincennes. And it is up across to number 12. That is Harrison Steckler, and back over to Steckler. Steckler will take the three. Long, no good. Rebounded by Southridge. Takes the three. He'll hit this time. That is number 21, Jace Harder. Tie game already, once again, as Corona brings it across for Vincennes. Vincennes didn't play particularly well against Washington, I don't think. Obviously, we played them. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Cardinal. This will be a foul called. Vincennes didn't play particularly well against Washington. I mean, they kind of did. It was like a 14-point game, 12-point game. So they can play with the good teams is the point, you know. So this could be a team that could, you know, come out and win the sectional.
Yeah, that's very true as well.
Cardinal works inside, puts it up. Air ball no good. Rebounded by Harrison Steckler. Gets it up quickly to Logan Sager. And that's taken to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by Spencer Corona. Corona. He gives it to Oxman. Oxman puts up a little floater. No good. Rebounded by Hayes. Hayes. They'll give it to Eckert. Eckert will bring it up the court slowly. 4:35 to go here. And it's up to Harrison Steckler. And it's over to Eckert. To Hayes. Hayes will take a three. No good. Rebounded by Grant Oxman. Oxman brings it up quickly. Gives it to number 30. He'll miss the shot. That was Tate Shookman. He'll miss it. And it'll be into the possession of Southridge.
And again, this game just does not seem to be very intense as Washington and Jasper's. Like, you know, both cheer blocks are pretty silent right now. And from up here, it looks like, you know, the teams are not playing, like, all out.
That three is no good. Yeah, I mean, really, a lot of Washington fans stay here. They're still here. They're stunned after what just happened.
Yeah, I think everyone was shocked. I mean, that is 2 years in a row that has happened to Washington.
I mean, this isn't by any means a disappointing season. Obviously, won the Big 8. You know, overall great season, a great team, and you know, just the draw just didn't come out the way we wanted, and we just lost in the final seconds, and it's just part of it. That's why you play the game.
That's very true. And also, from our sophomore year, this was the last two seniors of this year, Jacob Overton and Matt Stevens. This is their last game, obviously, and they were part of the Big Five, which included Connor Brown, Jacob Overton, Matt Stevens, and Jake Bedwell.
That was a great team. That team also never won a sectional. A lot of that came with just really competitive teams around them. This year, I don't think this sectional was nearly as competitive. Obviously, there were like 3 or 4 ranked teams going into that sectional last year. Now, this year, none of them were ranked. So
very true.
It was just a matter of timing, and Jasper just got the better of us as Oxman takes it to the hoop, and they'll score, give Vincennes back the lead. It is number 3 over to number 21. That's Harder. Hayes threw it away to the hands of Vincennes. It would be 21, Braden Sager. He gives it to either Shookman to Oxman. Oxman to Sager to Shookman. Shookman dribbles to the top. And nice pass to Grant Oxman. That's an easy call right there.
That was very.
Basically just clothesline.
Yeah, I was to say that was a pretty good clothesline there.
Anytime you extend the arm as you're driving to the basket and there's a foul call, it's definitely going to be offensive just because obviously you pushed off.
Right.
Begin down number 3, Matthew Price. Price to Steckler. To Harder. In the corner to Hayes. Hayes throws it across to Price. Price throws it to Harder to Hayes across. 3 on the way, no good. To be rebounded by Carter. Carter gets it to Oxman. Oxman will bring it across. 2:01 to go here in the first quarter. Oxman, and they're going to get him for a travel. Pretty easy call. All right there as he picked up his dribble, kind of stuttered and had to get rid of it, but couldn't get rid of it in time. Price will bring it up for Southridge, chance to tie it or take the lead. 1:52 to go here in the first quarter. That is Price, throws it across to Harder in the corner, and it's thrown inside number 22. That's Braden Harding. He'll score. Knock this game right back up at 7. That's Sager inside to number 23. I believe that is Isaac Lane. He'll have an and one opportunity coming here. That'll be Jaden Hayes' first personal.
Very quiet here in the Hatchet House, like for this second game again. I know I keep saying that, but I mean, I am just very stunned at how quiet it is right now. And
absolutely. There's more Washington fans here in shock than there are Southridge fans here.
Yes,
so as that
true.
one had a very nice roll and will go in. 3-point play is completed.
Southridge's crowd is about a fourth of the Washington's cheer block right now. I mean, and there's no back and forth between each cheer blocks. I mean, I'm just amazed. That
ball is thrown away off the hands of Price. To be Vincennes' ball. Another turnover there for Southridge. Vincennes will have it. Oxman will bring it up. .1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Oxman works right. Gets it inside to Cardinal. Cardinal out to Oxman. Oxman takes a 3. No good. Rebounded by number 12, Harrison Steckler. They give it to Price. Price will bring it up. Dumps it off to number 12. That is Harrison Steckler. No, nearly a travel. But he'll get it out to Price. 45 seconds here. Southridge may look for the final shot. We'll see. Price to Hayes. Hayes to Steckler. Steckler to Hayes. Back out. That is over in the corner. Back to number 11, Eckert to Price. Price gives it to, number 22, Harding. To Steckler. Steckler. 15 seconds here. Southridge will look for the final shot. Possibly a chance to tie it up here again. As Matthew Price works with 7 seconds. And it's over to, that's going to be no good by Braden Harding. 1 second will be on the clock. It'll be Vincennes' ball. A chance to throw up a prayer here. Not a very good idea right there to throw right to him.
No,
Shot is up. No good.
Can't say I agree with that.
Anyway, that'll bring us here to the end of one. We'll be back here in 1 minute with WHSH Radio. Vincennes 10, Southridge 7.
Welcome back here to WHSH Radio. We're here at the Hatchet House with Vincennes and Southridge. Southridge is the home team, 7, and Vincennes with 10. We are in the second quarter here, 7:52 to go.
Oxman has it. He gives it to Cardinal. Cardinal looks back to Oxman. Oxman puts up a 2. No good. Rebounded by Price. Price with a nice rebound. He'll bring it up quickly. Slows it down now. He'll give it to number 11. That's thrown inside to Hayes. Hayes. No good. Rebounded by, that is Harrison Steckler. Very nice rebound and put back there. Oxman gives it to Sager. Sager to Shookman. Shookman back to Oxman. Oxman to Sager. Sager in the corner to Shookman. Back to Sager. Over to Oxman. Oxman's going to put up a 3. He'll hit. Very nice shot there by Grant Oxman. It'll be number 11, Ross Eckert, bring it up. He'll give it to Matthew Price. Back to Eckert. In the corner to Hayes. Price to Eckert. Back to Hayes. He'll throw it up, and it's back out to Price. 4-point lead here for Vincennes. 6:39 to go here in the second. Inside, out. And that's back over to Steckler. Steckler drives in, puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by, I think that's going to be Sager. No, excuse me, that is Isaac Lane. Now Sager has it, gives it to Oxman. Oxman to Cardinal. Cardinal. He'll put up a long 2, I believe. I believe he was on the line. It'll be Price to Eckert. Back to Price. Price. They're taken away by Vincennes. That is Shookman throws it away. And it'll be Southridge ball.
You know, Vincennes Lincoln only has 1 senior this year. And
Grant Oxman, I believe.
yes, that's correct. And Southridge has 3, so there's not very many seniors this game.
So both these teams will be at least back next year. As that one rattles out, rebounded by Steckler, and it's going to be an and one opportunity here for Harrison Steckler. Chance to cut this back, bring this back to a 3-point game here.
Because both teams actually have a lot of sophomores and juniors, so hopefully those sophomores or juniors are strong here, and they will be a good team, better team next year.
Yeah, number 10, Matthew Price, he's a sophomore. Logan Seeger, he's a sophomore. Eckert's a senior. Steckler's a senior. Harding's a senior, so a little bit of age there. As that is hit by Braden Sager. And that'll be a timeout called by Southridge. 7-point lead here for Vincennes. Be back here in 30 seconds with WHSH Radio. 30 seconds. Welcome back here, WHSH Radio. Southridge trails Vincennes Lincoln by 7 here. 5:21 to go here in the second quarter. As that's in the corner to, okay, that's now to Eckert. It's not Steckler. Steckler now has it. And it'll be out of bounds. Be Southridge's ball. 5:08 to go here in the second. Southridge will inbound. They'll get it into Steckler. Will be thrown into Hayes. Hayes will put up a shot. Hayes going to be fouled. Vincennes wants a travel, but the reality is they're going to get a foul call on him. Now it'll be another inbound. They're going to call that on the floor as well, so inbound is right into the hands of Harrison Steckler for an easy 2-point basket. That'll cut the deficit to 5. And Oxman has it. And it's to Corona. Back into Oxman. He'll put up an easy 2. Back to a 7-point lead. That's Harder. Back to Harder now. Thrown off of Vincennes. It'll be Southridge's ball. Thrown off of Braden Sager.
I know it's only the second quarter, but if Southridge wants to win, they need to pick up the intensity. No, it's only 13-20, but they do need to pick up the intensity. Not that they're a bad team, nor is Vincennes a bad team, but they need to all pick up the intensity if they want to win this game.
And Hayes will take the charge. We're going to play there by number 50, Jaden Hayes, the 6'5" sophomore. So he's got 2 more years left after this year. It'll be Harding. To Harder, back to Harding. And they'll get it. And it's an easy travel right there. Forgot the dribble on that one. So it'll remain a 7-point lead for Vincennes. As Jalen Cardinal will come in for Isaac Lane. Cardinal will inbound it here to Corona. Corona over to that was Sam Corona, so another Corona. To Sager, inside to Cardinal, inside to Carter. Carter puts it up and in. And now it's a 9-point lead, and Vincennes is looking to pull away early.
Yeah, this game seems to be going pretty fast, in my opinion. Vincennes keeps racking up the points against Southridge.
And another turnover for Southridge. So now it's still a 9-point lead. Southridge is on the border of falling out of this game. They're not exactly the strongest offensive team, so they're going to have to put up some points somehow.
I agree.
As it is in the hands of Sager. Over in the corner, that's Corona. They're going to get a blocking foul. See who they get for that one.
Some of the crowd seems to be clearing out, but again, there is still, there's a lot of people from Vincennes here. They've got one section covered, but I think Washington, they still have most of the teams here beat in crowd-wise.
Yeah. So now it's extended to a 10-point lead as Corona hits his first. Second will not fall, rebounded by Hayes. It's into the hands of Braden Harding. Over to Matthew Price, back to Harding. In the corner, that is Steckler to Harding. Harding drives in, gives it out to Steckler. Steckler makes a nice move. Passes it back out to number 10, Logan Seger. Steckler drives in. He'll put up a shot. He'll hit. Very nice play there by, I believe, Harding. And Harding will take the steal. And now we have a huge skirmish on the floor as it's a Southridge basket. They're going to get it's going to be an injured player here. It'll be number 21, Braden Sager.
That was one trip after another. One fell with the ball. Southridge tripped over Vincennes, and then another player from Vincennes tripped over Southridge, and that left number 21 down on the floor. It looks like he took a hit to the head.
So not a pretty sequence of events here. but Southridge will get 2 points out of it. It'll be Vincennes' ball. Corona gives it to, that is Sam Corona. It's in the corner to Cardinal. Cardinal gives it to Corona, to the other Corona. Spencer Corona handles it. 2:19 to go here in the half. And that's over to Shookman. Shookman to Sam Corona. Sam Corona passes it out to Caden Carter. Caden Carter puts up a hook. No good. Rebounded by Jalen Cardinal. And that's an easy travel. He fell. And he is fuming right now. Like my vocabulary?
Yes, I do.
We're just a little bit down here as Washington was knocked out in the previous game.
Yes, I do have to agree with that. We are a little sappy tonight. Hopefully by Friday we'll be in better spirits, I suppose.
Well, hopefully IU will win tonight. Make it all better, right?
Yeah.
Not with the way they're playing, though. All right, that three is on the way. Not even close. Rebounded by, I believe that is Cardinal in the corner, yes. Corona to Shookman. They're going to get a timeout. Timeout's going to be called by Vincennes.
You know, I was expecting a lot more play, I guess, not really play time, but more of the ball handling and more aggression from junior Caden Cotter. He's 6'5", and I just, watching previous games of Vincennes, he is one of their more aggressive players, and I'm just not seeing very much aggression out of him tonight.
He's a good athlete. He actually had a putback dunk on us in the closing seconds.
So both teams here, I just don't see much aggression out of either team. It just seems like just a regular basketball game, like a regular season game rather than a sectional game, you know, which determines if they're going to play again.
Obviously the crowd is very poor.
Yes.
Like I said, a lot more Washington fans than Southridge fans.
And then earlier we saw Pike Central, their basketball team, leave. I think they might be relieved that they don't have to play Washington on Friday.
I don't think anyone wanted to play Washington.
I don't think they did either.
So that game was basically good for everyone but Washington.
Yes. And also, like, Jasper will always be our biggest opponent in just any sport, but basketball, I mean, it's just been a really tough fight for both teams, especially Washington.
Harding throws it into Hayes, back out to Harding. He'll give it to Eckert. He'll give it to Harding. Harding has it. Nearly taken away, but it'll be retained by Southridge. To Sager. Over out to Hayes. Hayes is a very strong-looking player. He's played very well so far. As it is right now, over to Hayes. Hayes, 45 seconds. We'll go here in the second quarter. 6-point lead here for Vincennes. Hopefully Southridge can cut it, make this a close game. As it's Steckler. I don't understand holding the ball here if you're Southridge. You're down by 6. You need to make something happen.
Yes, I do have to agree with that. 27 seconds to go in the second quarter.
As it's over to Harding. Harding gives it to Eckert. Eckert back to Harding. 15 seconds. Southridge is definitely looking for the final shot.
See, there's a lot of action from Vincennes, from Shookman and Corona. I mean, they've just showed a lot to their team tonight, and they've scored, I think, the majority of the points.
Steckler with a nice move, so the holding the ball pays off as that shot is not even close. And that'll bring us to halftime here. Southridge trails Vincennes 23-19. We'll be back here for the start of the second half.
Welcome back here to WHSH Radio. We're here at the Hatchet House with Vincennes versus Southridge. Southridge is 19 points and Vincennes with 23. We are getting ready to start the third quarter here.
And this should be a fun finish here.
The Hatchet House has cleared out. I mean, there's barely anyone in any section, and the Vincennes cheer block has moved down to where the Hatchet cheer block normally stands, and the Southridge cheer block was already down here, but like I said, I think Southridge's cheer block is their crowd. I mean, that's really all who it is just their crowd is their cheer block right now. There's not very many parents, as I can see from Southridge.
And one opportunity here for, I believe that is Jace Harder, and that'll bring them to within one here. So Southridge showing some fight here, possibly looking for the upset. And that is Shookman. Shookman, he gives it to Oxman. Oxman over to Cardinal. Cardinal for three, he'll hit. So now this is quickly back to a 4-point game. With the three from Cardinal. And it'll be number 11. Excuse me, that is number 10, Logan Sager.
We got
and there's a shot is no good. And it is into the hands of Eckert. That is Steckler back over to Eckert. And it's in the Eckert has it against the top of the key, heavily guarded by Sager, I believe. Excuse me, that's Corona. Over in the corner to Eckert. Eckert airballs to three, no good. Rebounded by Oxman. And that is Corona up quickly, thrown away into the hands of Southridge. That's number 10, Logan Sager. There's a few Sagers and a few Coronas on the court tonight for both teams. That's Steckler. Steckler to Sager. Sager inside to Hayes. Hayes puts up a long two, and he'll hit. Very nice shot there by Hayes. That'll bring Southridge to within two, so we might actually have a ball game on our hands. There's a foul called on. Let's see who they get for it. They're going to get number 21. That's going to be Jace Harder. Or excuse me, no, they're going to get number 11, Ross Eckert. So inbounded to Shookman. Shookman over to Corona inside. And it's an easy travel call as Carter kind of caught it and didn't dribble as he stepped. So it'll be Southridge ball. Chance to tie it or take the lead here. So be an interesting possession. Eckert, heavily guarded by Corona, gets it up. And Eckert gives it to Harder over to Steckler. Steckler loses control. That's an easy call for the refs. Vincennes ball. So now Vincennes has a chance to turn this into a two-possession game. 5:33 here to go in the third quarter. This just doesn't have the feel of a sectional game.
No.
Just no atmosphere.
I have to agree with that. There's just, I mean, it's cleared out again. I think Vincennes and some Hatchet fans are here. And of course, like I said, Southridge's cheer block is there. They're fans tonight. I mean, a lot of our sections, I don't even know why they even bothered pulling down the big bleachers in the back, because there's honestly not that many people here this game. I mean, there was, of course, for Washington and Jasper, but just not very many people here tonight.
Absolutely. Oxman will have two shots to come. Hits the first. 5:17 to go here. Chance turns into a two-possession game here for Oxman if he can hit the second.
Looks like they put in Sager for Shookman.
Oxman has one more. And he'll hit. 4-point lead now here for Vincennes as they bring the full court press. It's in to to Harding. Harding gets it to Price. Price hasn't played a ton this game, but he gets in now as that is Sager out to Harding. Harding misses the three, rebounded by, who that was, Isaac Lane, and Corona will bring it up. Back to Corona. Corona throws it out off the hands of Southridge and go out of bounds. So now it'll still be Vincennes' ball.
Vincennes, being the biggest crowd, they are really not cheering either. I mean, even though they're in a 4-point lead right now, there's really no like uproar or anything when they, of course they clap when they make a basket, but really no intensity tonight.
Corona has it. He gives it over to Sager. Sager back to Corona. Spencer Corona looks. He's going to throw it over to Sager again. Sager's going to drive. He's going to throw it up to Cardinal. Cardinal on the wing. Cardinal throws it into a wide open Corona who will miss the shot. It'll go right off the backboard, and Matthew Price will bring it up for Southridge. He gets it to Harding. Inside to Steckler. Steckler puts up a 2, and that'll go in. Once again, a 2-point game here. As Oxman nearly, that's going to be actually blocked by Jaden Hayes. Very nice block there.
See, I don't know how some of the people sit under the goal, like against the wall, because I'd be scared to get hit. I mean, these are sectional games. I mean, of course, regular games could be, just as intense, but I mean, some of these people are older and they're like in a wheelchair or something, and they're not able to get up in the stands. So it's just like, I would be scared to get hit with the ball or get like fallen into by a player.
Sager hits the 3 right there, Braden Sager. That extends the lead to 5. And now that is Steckler. Steckler drives in, throws it into Hayes. Hayes puts up a shot, and he'll hit. Very nice play there by the sophomore. Now it is Corona. Corona on the wing, gives it to a cutting Grant Oxman. He'll lose control. There's a scuffle on the floor for it. They're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Vincennes, so Vincennes will retain possession. Ross Eckert will come in for Logan Sager for Southridge.
Caden Cotter and Sam Corona will come in from Vincennes.
Still a 3-point game here. 3:17 to go here in the third. This game has gone by very quickly, feels, as Cotter works inside, puts it up, blocked by South. And it'll be Vincennes' ball as it goes off of Matthew Price, I believe. And Jace Harder will come in again. Sitting down will be Harrison Steckler. And that ball is inbounded to Sager. Sager works it around. He dribbles still. Gets it over to Oxman. Oxman. Up top to Cotter. Cotter will take the 3. That'll be no good. Not exactly a 3-point shooter. So it will be Southridge ball. Matthew Price brings it up. He'll drive and kick it out to Harding. Harding back out to Price. Price drives in again. Nearly travels. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. And it's a 1-point game here at the Hatchet House.
Now, neither team is trying, they're really not in that big of a hurry. And Vincennes is just in a 1-point lead right now, and they have 2:30 to go in this third quarter. I mean, they need to pick up the game a little bit, I think, because when Southridge was coming across the line, they just weren't, in a hurry to get across the line, and no one was really, putting up so much pressure against it.
Not a good shot there by Vincennes. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Vincennes' ball. You'll say you're just kind of put up a long 3, saw the opening, just doesn't connect. Oxman will inbound here for Vincennes. He'll get it in to Sager. And that might have been over and back, and I believe they're going to get him for it. Stepped over the line. Vincennes' fans don't like it, but I think that was clearly an over and back. Kind of slipped going for the ball.
Only a few of the Vincennes, looks like parents are really been out of shape about that. I mean, honestly, I think that, pep up their boys. They need to, start cheering more, honestly. I mean, that's how our team, Washington, has always done that. And of course, Jasper did that as well, but most teams do that to, pick up the intensity a little bit.
Washington definitely has the best traditions out of any team in the area.
Yes, I do have to agree with that. And I was thinking about that. Like, even though I am not a senior, like, I am so sad because, that was one of the last home games of my junior year. Like, and then next year it's like we're like done. Like, we're done for.
I mean, next year we won't be. It'll be an interesting team. A lot. We have three returning starters, but we use probably the two best players is the real issue. So
yeah, that's very true. I'm just saying done for as in it's our senior year, and if we lose, it's like we don't get to. We can come back next year, but I'm saying, but if we lose, it's like you can't play.
Yeah. As Hayes sinks the second. Tie game now here. Nearing the end of the third quarter. That was an awful pass. There were two Southridge players right there ready to cut that pass off. I don't know exactly what he was thinking. Tie game will still be Vincennes' ball. Oxman will bring it across the timeline. Oxman works right. Drives right. Loses control but gets it out to, I think that was Sam Corona. He's thrown inside to Cowder. Sager works right, puts up a shot, and that's going to be a charge. There's always a few fans that argue every single call that goes against their team. And I mean, all of us are bad about it sometimes, but it just drives me insane when I see people do that.
I know, and I've just seen the same parents stand up and just argue every call.
Not every call is going to go your way, especially not if it deserves to go your way.
Yeah, yes, I do have to agree with that. They may be harsh and, like you said, not your way, but you just have to agree with it. Really control your comments, I suppose.
And Southridge has taken the lead on the Ross Eckert two-point basket. We have a game, folks.
Got a minute left in the third quarter.
And it's going to be, I believe that is Sager to Oxman. Oxman works right. Drives in, puts up a shot, fouled. And still some people are a little bit harsh on the refs, even though they got the foul called on them.
Right, I see some of those parents clapping that were against it. But, yeah, there's not very many parents in Southridge tonight. It's mainly just a cheer block for Southridge. And they're really, I don't think they're really, against anything right now. They seem pretty happy. They don't seem very upset right now, even though they are leading by 1 point. But it's just, they just seem like a very, happy, easygoing crowd.
And Vincennes ties the game again here on that pair of free throws. Nearly taken away, but Harding's going to bring it up. Gives it to Price. Price will bring it across the timeline. Price, 40 seconds here. We'll see if Southridge holds for the final shot. Price. Hayes works inside, puts it up. No good, but he'll get a chance for two at the line here. Chance to take back the lead for Southridge. He's going to be a very good player here coming up. Obviously, he's only a sophomore, has 2 more years left. 6'5", a very strong player inside. First one is good. Now Southridge has a 1-point lead. Hayes will have one more. And it is up and is in.
It looks like Steckler is going in for Hayes. 32 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 35-33, Southridge in the lead.
Oxman will bring it up for Vincennes. 28 seconds to go. Chance to tie or take the lead as Southridge is in a 2-3 zone. In a zone.
Vincennes is holding the ball right now. 17 seconds to go.
That's a 3-2 zone. 12 seconds. Sager to, that's in the hands of Oxman, 6 seconds. Oxman puts up a shot, drains it. 2 seconds, 1 second, knocked out of bounds. It's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter here. We're all knotted up at 35. We'll be back here for the fourth quarter with WHSH Radio. Welcome back here to the Hatchet House. Southridge and Vincennes are all knotted up at 35 here for the start of the fourth quarter. Winner will advance to play Princeton. That'll be a good game no matter who faces them.
That's very true.
And Southridge will have the ball to start the fourth.
Both teams need to pick up this game. I mean, they're just all just laying back. It just feels like a regular game, even though I am not a part of, I don't go to Vincennes or Southridge. It's just not a very upbeat game.
Price to Eckert. Back to Price. Well, I don't think it's much as the players as it is the crowd. Neither crowd is into it, or what crowd is here. Neither crowd is into it. But the players seem to be playing pretty hard, as that is in the hands of Hayes. Out to Price. Price to Eckert. Eckert. Back to Eckert. Price. To Eckert. Southridge keeps it slow. The work left, gives it to Eckert. Inside to Hayes. Hayes puts up a long two. No good. Tipped out, and a scrum for the ball. Probably should have let that go. Harrison Steckler should have. I think it might have actually gone off of Vincennes if he didn't touch that going out of bounds, but regardless, it'll be Vincennes' ball. It'll be Shookman inbounding to Oxman. Oxman will bring it across the timeline here for Vincennes. Oxman works right. Throws it up to Shookman. Shookman drives left, puts up a long two. He hits it.
That was a nice shot there.
And now a 2-point lead for Vincennes here. Only with under 7 to go. And as Price gets it over to Steckler. Steckler to Eckert in the corner to Sager, back to Eckert up top. And it's inside. It's going to be thrown off of a Vincennes player's foot. So kickball violation, the Southridge ball.
We got 35-37. Vincennes in the lead. 6:24 to go in the fourth quarter.
Price to Eckert. Eckert nearly throws it away. Not a very good pass. Across to Steckler. Steckler will take the three. No good. Southridge is not a very good shooting team, judging on tonight's performance. As that is Lane, he'll give it to Oxman. Oxman, he'll work right. Oxman, dribbles left. Goes it to Shookman. Shookman to Oxman. Oxman. He's going to slow it down. 5:41 to go. He gets it to Shookman. Shookman. He'll give it to Lane. Lane works on Sager. And it's to Oxman. Oxman drives right. Lane to the hoop. He'll just lose control of it. And it's going to be picked up by, there's going to be a jump ball actually between Hayes and Oxman.
So we got number 22 Harding and 21 Herder in for Southridge.
2-point lead still for Vincennes.
5:21 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Oxman will inbound. Throws it up top to Cotter. Cotter. He gives it to Shookman over to Oxman. Oxman to Lane. Lane. He'll give it to Shookman. And it'll be a timeout called by Vincennes. We'll be back here in 1 minute with WHSH Radio. Welcome back here to the Hatchet House. Currently, Vincennes leads Southridge 37-35, 5:04 to go here in the fourth quarter. Currently, Purdue leads Indiana 69-56 with 5:45 to go in the second half.
I know how bad you want those Hoosiers to win.
It's a little disappointing after a Hatchet loss and looking at an IU loss as well. As it's inbound to Oxman. Oxman works left. And it goes back to the top of the key. And a foul is going to be called. I believe they're going to get Matthew Price.
And Vincennes crowd seems to like that a lot.
Yeah, Southridge has fouls to give, and if they're going to get the ball back, they're either going to have to first force some turnovers, which they're not doing a very good job of, or foul, and make Vincennes shoot free throws. It is Oxman. Oxman. He's going to pull it from three, and he's going to miss it. Not a very good shot, but a good rebound for Vincennes. It's going to be Jalen Cardinal on the rebound. He got, Oxman was bailed out there by Cardinal. You can't shoot a three like that when you're not being pressured at all, and you can just hold the ball for as long as you want, unless you get a layup. That's the only way you can shoot.
And these refs, they don't really seem that harsh this game, in my opinion. I know it's Washington and Jasper, two really big rivals, but they honestly are just, they're not as harsh, I don't believe.
Well, I believe these are three different refs for this game.
Well, yes, correct, yes. They've called a timeout.
We'll be back here in 30 seconds with WHSH Radio. Welcome back here at the Hatchet House. Vincennes leads Southridge 39-35, 4:36 here to go in the game. It will be Southridge ball. See if they can make something happen here.
See if they can, if either one can really pick up the game in this last 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the fourth quarter.
It is Over to Sager. Sager in the corner to Harding. He'll just throw up a circus shot as he tripped. And there's a fight for the ball. And there's going to be a jump ball called. Southridge with the way to get to it. They're fired up now.
There was 3 people on looked to be Shookman there.
And it'll be Southridge's ball. They couldn't get the timeout called, so Southridge was fast to get to that. As it is Harder, gives it to Harding, to Price. Price throws it across to Harder, to Price. Price thought about the 3, doesn't take it. He's going to be fouled. That'll be the 16th foul, the 15th foul on Vincennes, so just be an inbound.
There is a lot of, in both games I noticed, there's a lot of dangerous balls, like throwing it all the way across the court. I don't know. I just don't think that seems a very safe ball to me because any player can easily just hop up and grab that ball and go to the basket.
Interesting play there as both players kind of wrestle each other to the ground and hoping to get that ball, but it'll be Southridge ball. They're going to call a foul on Vincennes. That'll be their 6th team foul. Harder to Harding hits the 3, and it's a 1-point game again here.
3:44 left to go in the 4th quarter.
It'll be out to Cardinal. Cardinal to Oxman. Oxman. 3:34 to go. Oxman. He has it. He continues to slow things down. Southridge has to pressure. They don't have the lead. Oh, it's going to be, oh my, that's just a kicked ball violation. Thought they were calling a foul for a second. No, it's kicked ball violation. Tongue twister. Cardinal will inbound it. He's going to get it into Cotter. Cotter. Up to Oxman. 3:14. Oxman. Over to Cotter. Cotter drives the baseline, and they're going to get a charge.
And see, that's where height really comes into play there. I mean, even though he's taller, you really have to watch because, I mean, that was an easy charge right there, I believe. I mean, he just, his shoulder came to Southridge's player, and obviously Southridge's player was a lot shorter than he was, and it was immediate charge. And it looks like Corona just took he must have tripped over himself, took a big belly flop on the floor there.
It's Sager to Harding. It's over now to Price. Price drives, throws it right into the hands of Spencer Corona. You can't do that. You can't make risky passes like that when you're losing.
Right.
Especially in a close game like this.
Yes. And this is another close game, but it's not as intense. We are doing a lot of belly flops tonight for both teams.
Both teams are hard on the floor for the ball tonight. As it's Corona. Corona, and that's an easy foul call right there. Just kind of ran right into him. I don't see why he is acting like there shouldn't be a foul called. He just went right into him.
And his eyes were just as big as well. He was like, what did I do?
So it'll be Vincennes' ball, 16 foul. Next foul, Vincennes will be shooting 1-1.
2:20 left to go in the 4th quarter.
I'm actually impressed. I didn't think we were going to get a great game here for the second game, but they've proven me wrong.
They picked it up.
It's Corona. Corona loses control, and there's going to be another fight for the, and that's going to be right inside the Cotter. Easy 2-point basket.
And there is the crowd that we've been looking for most of this game. They see that Cotter picked up that ball right away. Looks like he faked it, and then he
and 3 on the way. Got it! Tie game here at the Hackett House. And Southridge is fired up. And we will be back here with 1 minute with WHSH Radio. Welcome back here, the Hatchet House. Tie game here between Vincennes and Southridge. It is Vincennes' ball, 1:52 to go. Southridge is really fired up right now. See if they can make a big defensive stop. Here's Oxman. He works right. Runs into some trouble. Still has it. And he's going to come back left. Throws it out to Corona. Corona. Back to Oxman. Oxman drives left. Nothing going. Gets it to Cotter. Cotter to Oxman to Corona. Corona has a lot of space. Doesn't take a shot though. 1:22 here. As it is Oxman. Oxman double teamed.
Yeah.
Gets away from it. To Corona. Corona goes left. Gets it inside to Cotter. Excuse me, to Cardinal. Cardinal puts it up and in. And that's a 2-point Vincennes lead.
We are down to a minute to go.
And it's over to Harder. And that's going to be a long three from Harding. No good. Rebounded by, let's see who that's going to be off of. And they're going to give it to Vincennes.
Vincennes leading by 2 now, 50 seconds to go.
And
it looks like number 12, Steckler's going back in.
As well as number 11, Ross Eckert.
You know, when Hayes and other players double team a Vincennes player, you know, Hayden Carter's like their tallest player, and I think it's just, I guess, hard when they are double teamed, especially in a game like this. Like at the end, there's another timeout called. Looks by Vincennes, I believe. 43-41, Vincennes taking the lead. 40 seconds to go left in the fourth quarter. We will be right back here on WHSH Radio.
Welcome back here at the Hatchet House. Vincennes leads 43-41 over here over Southridge in sectional play. Winner will move on to face Princeton on Friday night. It will be Vincennes' ball. 40.3 seconds left. It'll be Cardinal getting in to Shookman. Shookman, Southridge is going to have to foul. And they will. They'll foul Tate Shookman. So Shookman will have 1-and-1 coming here.
Yeah, 33 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Southridge could easily come back with 33 seconds. I mean, it is possible. It has been done.
Yeah,
so I don't think it's not impossible for them to come back and tie the game. But then again, I don't think a lot of people want it to come to overtime.
And he hits the first. So now he has a chance to make this a 2-possession game here. And not quite put it out of reach because there's still a lot of time left here for Southridge.
And they put in Matthew Price from Southridge.
We'll have one more. They'll sink the second. Price will bring it up. They have to move quickly.
And here's the time where they need to pick up the game.
Steckler to the hoop, and he'll get it.
Vincennes let them right in. It is now a timeout called by Southridge. 24 seconds to go left here in the fourth quarter. 45-43, lead by Vincennes, and we will be right back here on WHSH Radio. Welcome back here to WHSH Radio. We're here at the Hatchet House with Vincennes against Southridge. We got Vincennes in a 2-point lead with 24 seconds to go left in the fourth quarter. I think both teams are now they're really aggressive. They just need to pick it up as 24 seconds will go fast.
Shookman gets it into Oxman. They have to foul immediately. So now Oxman has a chance to bring this back into a 2-possession game.
Looks like they have Hayes back in the game for Southridge. And I believe they put in Sager for Vincennes.
Oxman will have 1-and-1 here. Hits the first. Now a chance to make this once again a 2-possession game. And the pressure will really be on Southridge if he hits this.
I mean, 1-3, it is a tied game. And he will hit it.
And now it's a 4-point game as Price brings it up. And that is Harding. Steckler will take the 3. No good. Rebounded by Cotter. And a foul is called. See if they get Matthew Price or Harding. I can't tell which one they're going to get.
We have a 4-point lead here by Vincent. 13 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. We got a lot of fans leaving now, especially from Vincent. But a lot of the Hatchet fans have left now, but there's still a few Hatchet fans here in the Hatchet House.
And first free throw is short, no good. And it's going to be a skirmish on the ground. Picked up by Vincent. 7 seconds. Oxman. He'll be fouled. 5 seconds. And Vincent is going to come away with this one. With 5.4 seconds left. You know, a tough loss here for Southridge tonight. You know, they came out and they fought, but I think Vincent's just going to get the best of them right here.
Yes, I do have to agree with that. Then it looks like Oxman will take looks to be the last shot here. You know, he is the only senior for Vincennes.
First one is no good. So whatever chance for Southridge there is, it's kind of still there, I guess. But if Southridge really wants a shot here, they have to throw almost a baseball pass down the court and put something up immediately, and they don't have to fall. As well as getting a steal, and they won't throw the baseball pass, so Eckert will put up a 3. No good.
No good.
And that'll bring us here to the end of Tuesday night sectional play. Vincennes comes away with a close win here, 48-43 over Southridge. And we will be back here Friday night for the sectional semifinals. In game 3, we will have Jasper versus Pike Central, and in the final game of Friday night, we will have the Vincennes Alice's versus Princeton. Thank you for joining us for tonight's doubleheader of games. We'll be back here Friday night with WHSH Radio.